Hey everybody, Mike here with Delta Faucet. Today I'm going to run you through how to replace the filters for your Clarifi 2-stage under-sink advanced water filtration system. Now, one thing I want to note right up front is anytime you're replacing the filters on this system, we want to make sure we are replacing both filters at the same time. Now keep in mind that the cartridge to your filtration system needs to be replaced annually. However, also keep an eye on that filter life icon shown on the display of your filtration system, as based on household use, it may need to be replaced more frequently. I've got my set of replacement filters right here ready to go, so let's go ahead and dive in. So first, we want to turn off our cold water supply stop to the off position. I'm also going to make sure that my beverage faucet handle is in the on position. This will stop the flow of water to the system as well as relieve any residual pressure that may be trapped inside. Now that I have that done, I'm going to take my towel for some light water cleanup, place it under my filters, and remove the filters from my manifold. So the first one I'm going to do here is number 2. I'm just going to grab the bottom and give it a quick quarter turn, gently clockwise. That'll release the filter, and then I can take it out and discard it. Same thing for number 1. Again, just a gentle quarter turn clockwise to unlock it from the manifold, and then I can discard that one as well. All right, now with my new replacement filters here, the first thing I need to do is unpack them. I've already removed the protective plastic covering, and I'm also going to remove the caps off the top, as well as these 2 little black sealing plugs at the top of each cartridge. All right, now at this point, I want to inspect the cartridge for any damage. So I'm going to check the entire cartridge housing, as well as the top, making sure everything looks like it's in good working order. I also want to point out that on the back of the cartridge is where you can write the install date of the cartridge. So go ahead and do that now. If everything looks good, I'm just going to come back up top one last time and check my O-rings, making sure they look like they're in good working order and also in the correct position. All right, number 1 looks great. Number 2, I've got my install date on the back here. Cartridge looks good. Checking those O-rings. Everything looks great. So now I can go ahead and install my replacement cartridges. So I'm going to first install my number 1 cartridge. And I know it's number 1 because it's got the number 1 on here, and it's going to go in the number 1 side of the manifold. On the top of the cartridge, you'll see I have my 2 O-ring locations and then this kind of key with a triangle in it. I want to make sure that key is facing directly away from my manifold. So I'm going to kind of hold it in position, gently bring it to the bottom of the manifold until I kind of feel it seat into position, and then give it a quarter turn counterclockwise this time to lock it into place. I'll feel it kind of like lock into position, and the label should be facing directly out. Same thing with number 2. Again, confirming number 2 on the cartridge, number 2 on the manifold, and at the top, keeping an eye on that key facing it directly out. Gently to the bottom, and then a quarter turn counterclockwise to lock it into place. Now that we have those filters installed, we also want to make sure we're resetting the filter life indicator on our display. So to do this, I'm going to hold down the settings button for 3 seconds. You'll hear a beep, and the filter life indicator for filter number 1 is flashing. To reset it, I'm going to hit this filter reset button, hold it down for 3 seconds, and it'll beep to reset that filter life indicator. I'm going to press the settings button once just to advance it to number 2. And then again, just like before, hold down this button for 3 seconds on the filter reset button. It'll reset that indicator, and then the settings button once more to lock everything in. All right, we have our replacement cartridges installed, so that about wraps things up. The last step is going to be turning on our cold water supply stop, which will start the flow of water through our system. And what we're going to do is let this water run through our system for about 10 minutes or so to remove any air or carbon particles that may be trapped inside. Once that's done, you can go ahead and turn off your beverage faucet, and you should be all set. I do want to point out one last thing is while that water's running, I think it's a great idea to double check down here all of your connections to make sure you don't see any evidence of leaks that may need to be corrected. If everything looks good, you should be all set. We hope this went well for you at home, and remember, if you have any additional questions, you can always reach out to the Delta Faucet customer service team. They're more than happy to help.